Bats are among the most fascinating and diverse mammals on Earth, comprising over 1,400 species that inhabit almost every corner of the globe. Known scientifically as Chiroptera, which means hindwing in Greek, bats are the only mammals capable of sustained flight, a unique adaptation that sets them apart from other animal groups. This ability to fly has allowed them to spread to nearly all terrestrial ecosystems, from dense rainforests and arid deserts to urban environments and high-altitude mountain ranges. They are divided into two main suborders, Megachiroptera, which includes fruit bats and flying foxes, and Microchiroptera, which comprises smaller insect-eating bats. Despite their name, these two groups aren't solely defined by size, as they exhibit a wide range of sizes and diets, reflecting their incredible adaptability and evolutionary success. Bats are often misunderstood, shrouded in myths and misconceptions. They are commonly associated with darkness and nocturnality, which has led to their frequent portrayal in folklore as mysterious or sinister creatures. However, these negative perceptions do little justice to bats' extraordinary roles in nature. As pollinators, seed dispersers, and natural pest controllers, bats are critical for maintaining the balance of numerous ecosystems. Many species of bats consume insects, playing a vital role in controlling pest populations and helping to reduce the spread of insect-borne diseases. Others feed on nectar and fruit, contributing to the pollination and seed dispersal of countless plants, including economically important crops such as bananas, mangoes, and guavas. These ecological services are invaluable, highlighting bats' importance to both natural ecosystems and human agriculture. The anatomy of bats is highly specialized for their flying lifestyle. Their wings are essentially modified forelimbs with elongated fingers connected by a thin membrane of skin, known as the patagium, which allows for precise and agile flight. Unlike birds, bats do not flap their entire arm when flying. Instead, they use their fingers to manipulate the shape of their wings, enabling them to hover, maneuver through tight spaces, and even capture prey mid-air with astonishing accuracy. Bats also have a keen sense of hearing and, in many species, an extraordinary ability called echolocation. Echolocation allows bats to navigate in complete darkness by emitting high-frequency sound waves that bounce off objects, allowing them to form a mental map of their surroundings. This adaptation is especially crucial for insect-eating bats, which rely on echolocation to hunt at night. Echolocation is one of the most remarkable features of bats, providing them with a highly refined sense of spatial awareness. By emitting sound pulses and analyzing the returning echoes, bats can detect objects as fine as a human hair in total darkness. This ability is not only used for hunting but also for avoiding obstacles and navigating complex environments. Each species of bat has a unique echolocation frequency range suited to its specific prey and habitat. For instance, bats that hunt in open spaces emit lower frequency sounds that travel further, while those that hunt in dense forests use higher frequencies that are more effective at pinpointing prey among cluttered surroundings. The complex nature of echolocation showcases bats' remarkable evolutionary adaptation to a nocturnal lifestyle. The diet of bats is incredibly diverse, reflecting their adaptation to different ecological niches. While many bats are insectivores, feeding primarily on insects such as moths, beetles, and mosquitoes, others have evolved to consume fruits, nectar, fish, small vertebrates, or even blood. Insect-eating bats help control insect populations, which benefits human agriculture by reducing the need for pesticides. Nectar-feeding bats, on the other hand, are vital pollinators for many tropical plants. Some plants have even evolved specific traits to attract bats, such as strong scents and sturdy flowers that open at night. One of the most unique feeding adaptations in bats is found in the vampire bat, which feeds on the blood of other animals. Vampire bats have specialized anticoagulant enzymes in their saliva that prevent the blood from clotting, allowing them to feed efficiently. While the idea of blood-drinking bats often evokes fear, vampire bats play a minor yet fascinating role in the ecosystem. Bats also display a wide range of social behaviors, varying greatly between species. Some bats are solitary, preferring to live alone or in small family groups, while others form massive colonies that can number in the millions. These colonies provide protection from predators and allow for social interactions, such as grooming, communication, and cooperative hunting. Bats use a range of vocalizations and body language to communicate, and some species even have complex social structures and hierarchies. During the breeding season, bats often gather in large maternity roosts, where female bats give birth and raise their young together. Bat mothers are highly attentive, nursing their young for several weeks or months, depending on the species. Since bats have relatively long lifespans for their size, some species can live over 30 years, their investment in raising young is significant, reflecting the care and social bonds within bat colonies. The reproductive cycle of bats is equally remarkable, with many species exhibiting delayed fertilization, gestation, or even birth, allowing them to time the arrival of their young to coincide with periods of food abundance. This reproductive strategy is particularly beneficial in temperate climates, where bats may hibernate during the winter months. By delaying fertilization or gestation, bats can ensure that their young are born in the spring or summer when food is plentiful. This adaptation allows bats to thrive in a variety of environments, from tropical forests to temperate woodlands, by maximizing their reproductive success in challenging climates. Bats play a crucial role in ecosystems as keystone species, meaning their presence and activities have a disproportionate effect on the ecological communities they inhabit. In tropical and subtropical regions, fruit-eating bats are essential for seed dispersal, helping to regenerate forests by carrying seeds to new areas. This makes bats instrumental in forest recovery, particularly in regions affected by deforestation. By dispersing seeds across vast areas, bats promote plant diversity and forest resilience. In agricultural landscapes, insectivorous bats contribute to pest control, reducing the need for chemical pesticides and helping to protect crops. Their consumption of insects helps to control populations of crop-damaging pests, such as beetles and moths, providing a natural form of pest management that benefits farmers and reduces the environmental impact of farming. Despite their ecological importance, bats face numerous threats that have led to population declines worldwide. Habitat loss, caused by deforestation, urban expansion, and agriculture, is one of the most significant threats to bat populations. Many species rely on specific types of habitats, such as old-growth forests or caves, for roosting and foraging. The destruction of these habitats can lead to food shortages and reduce available roosting sites, putting bat populations at risk. Additionally, the widespread use of pesticides has reduced insect populations, depriving insectivorous bats of their primary food source. Climate change is another emerging threat, as shifts in temperature and precipitation patterns can alter bat habitats and disrupt their reproductive cycles. One of the most concerning issues facing bats today is the spread of diseases, such as white nose syndrome, WNS, which has decimated bat populations in North America. WNS is caused by the fungus Pseudogymnoascus destructans, which infects the skin of hibernating bats, causing them to wake up more frequently during hibernation. This disruption depletes their energy reserves, leading to high mortality rates among affected populations. Since its discovery in North America in the early 2000s, WNS has killed millions of bats and threatens to drive several species to extinction. Conservation efforts to combat WNS include the development of treatments and management strategies to prevent the spread of the fungus in bat hibernation sites, known as hibernacula. Bat conservation efforts are critical to preserving the biodiversity and health of ecosystems around the world. Many conservation organizations and governments are working to protect bats through habitat preservation, research, and public education. Protecting roosting sites, such as caves and old-growth forests, is essential for bat conservation, as is the establishment of wildlife corridors that allow bats to move between fragmented habitats. Efforts to reduce pesticide use and promote organic farming practices also benefit bats by preserving insect populations. Additionally, public education campaigns are working to dispel myths and misconceptions about bats, emphasizing their importance to the environment and encouraging people to protect these remarkable animals. In recent years, bats have also become a focus of medical research due to their unique immune systems. Despite being carriers of several viruses that can infect humans, such as rabies and coronaviruses, bats rarely exhibit symptoms of these diseases. This has led scientists to study bats' immune responses in the hope of discovering new ways to combat infectious diseases in humans. bats have evolved immune systems that allow them to coexist with a range of pathogens without suffering from illness. Understanding how bats' immune systems function may provide insights into disease resistance and lead to the development of new treatments for viral infections. In conclusion, bats are extraordinary creatures that embody a range of evolutionary innovations and ecological roles. Their ability to fly, use echolocation, and adapt to various diets and habitats has made them one of the most successful groups of mammals on Earth. Bats' roles as pollinators, seed dispersers, and pest controllers highlight their importance to ecosystems and human agriculture. However, bats are also among the most vulnerable animals, facing threats from habitat destruction, disease, and climate change. Conservation efforts are essential to ensure the survival of bat populations and the ecological services they provide. Protecting bats is not only crucial for maintaining biodiversity but also for sustaining healthy ecosystems that benefit both wildlife and humans. As we continue to study and understand these remarkable animals, we may uncover new ways to protect them and appreciate their contributions to the natural world.